What's going on, everybody? I feel like Carrie Underwood right now. F it, we'll do it live. so this is a Herculean effort on my part to appear somewhat normal. I don't know about you guys, but there's a bit of a cold running around the middle western part of the country, and hot dog, I do believe I got it. But I had an absolute blast. It was all worth it. I was down in Nashville, Tennessee. We got to talk about the inauguration big time. Had a blast hanging out with John Rich, Cat Turd, some super secret special guests at the Redneck Riviera. Hello, St. Louis. How's it going? Hello. Prayers to Cat Turd. Cat Turd was one of the guys there at the Redneck Riviera. He was in perfectly good health when I left. I left late. I put on my my big boy thinking cap, and I got out. So I'm not going to take the blame for any of that. So welcome, everybody. There might be some sniffling going on over here. So we'll say hello to some people, but I have got some great responses to the question. If anybody's thinking about it, I put up a post just a few moments ago. I guess they're announcing a bunch of layoffs at CNN. Now, I'm never happy when people are unemployed. I don't like that. With that being said, this is CNN. And I asked for your answers. The question was, where should people go after CNN? I wrote down some of my favorite answers. So we'll do like a top 5 list. We'll do that at a quarter till. How about that? So I put in some of my own. I used some of yours. You guys are fantastically funny. So welcome to, I guess we'll call this the Loftus Party Live. We'll just go like the Loftus Party live stream. I've been thinking about what we should name this thing anyway, because you guys are fantastic and you've been sharing. We've been growing across, somebody said the Cartoon News Network. Stop stealing my answers, Tom. You guys have been sharing the videos, sharing the streams, and telling people, and I appreciate it so very much. Listen to these numbers. We've got about 1,000 new people at Facebook just in the past 28 days. So we're well over 81,000 people on Facebook. There's a ton. There's 17,000 people on X. There's over 26,000 on YouTube. Those are some righteous numbers. We're having a great time. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys and thank you for sharing the content. We're having a lot of fun. So we're going to talk about Nathan, that's funny. How about they apply for a position with the federal DEI? See what he did there, you guys? That was awesome. All right. So we have to talk about the inauguration, and I'm going to drink out of my, no offense, everybody, but this is my Ohio State cup. That's my Ohio State cup. I don't know why I would want to drink to those guys. This is my proprietary mixture. This is Sprite, because you got to have Sprite and crushed ice, right? I got one of those crushed ice makers that you see on the TikToks. Yeah, Santa Claus got one of those. I got some crushed ice. I got Sprite. I got lemonade and Monster energy drink. That's my personal. What was that stuff that Joe Rogan took to get better from COVID? Whatever. It's that. My brain is shut off. All right. Welcome. They're going to the View. That's hilarious. All right. So let's talk about the inauguration. Oh my gosh. And hopefully everybody down south Where's our person from Florida? Where are you, Florida person? We need to check in on our people from ivermectin. Yeah, yeah, that's it's my liquid ivermectin for this cold potion. Yes, and also it's a horse dewormer. I figure I'm hung like a horse. Maybe I have worms. Okay. Mm. All right. So, Florida people. I know there's a bunch of new people in from the UK. Bunch of new people from Australia. You're fantastic. I want to hear from the Florida people. Where are my Florida people out? Usually, I think it's Jan. Jan, there you are. It's cold, excessively nipply. Uh, that it's right. You're living right there on the Gulf of America, aren't you? They got some snow on the Gulf of America. They got some snow. Where you gonna go on that Gulf of America? Oh, look at all that snow. I guess Hunter has to live there now since his place in Malibu burned up. Tens of dollars worth of damage to all of his paintings. Okay, so oh, please tell me I didn't forget to I might have to run to get a Kleenex. Okay, so I was down at the Redneck Riviera for a party that was thrown by Kettard and John Rich, and it was freaking amazing, and it was so much fun. And Christy Swanson was there, and Sidney Powell was there, and a lot of great musical guests. And I did stand up, and it was we're sitting there in front of the TVs watching the inauguration and just watching. Did you see how Joe Biden just like crumpled up like a slinky? Like like when Trump started talking, Biden was up, he was up high like this. He's like, "Yes, I'm going to be." And then as Trump would just be like, "And we're going to stop that, and we're not going to do that. And a few years ago some people did this, so we're not going to do that." And by the end of the speech, Biden's legs were all crisscrossed, and he was all just he was practically sucking his thumb by the end of it. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And I love that Trump said all that crap to their faces. That's conviction right there. That is conviction. And we're just all like, listen, John Rich wasn't born yesterday. We've all been around the block a bit, but when it was a wonderful thing to watch. It was a wonderful thing to watch. I don't know who these people. And to tell you the truth, I don't think Joe knew a lot of the stuff that he was signing. I honestly don't. Not to take any heat off of Joe, but I really believe that he was not the president for the last 4 years. Now, I mean, was he the guy who put his hand on the Bible? Was he the? Yes, he was actually physically there, and they had to play make believe. But in terms of policy, you guys, there's no way anybody in that White House woke up with, what do you think? What does Joe Biden think we should do? The only person who had that thought was the guy in charge of pudding and ice cream. That was the only person in the White House who was remotely concerned with what Joe Biden wanted to do. President in name only. P-I-N-A. He was a peanut. He was a peanut. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Joe slinked out of Washington. Yes, he did. And listen, he's gonna go down, and I'm gonna do his name needs to be like Mud. Like there was a guy who helped out the bad guys after Lincoln Ping Pow. I don't know what you can say and what you can't say here, but there was a dude named Mud who helped out John Wilkes Booth, and for about 100 years, everybody was like, "Oh, your name's Mud. Your name's Mud." And then, like in the 70s, they tried to exonerate the Mud guy. Like, oh, he was framed. It really wasn't. And then now they know, yes, his name was Mud. He was in on it. He was part of it. And so we can still keep bad mouthing the Mud family name. That should look like small potatoes when you put it up against Joe Biden. Joe Biden and the entire Biden family need to go down as some of the sleaziest, most corrupt examples of just bullshittery that this country has ever seen. And to do it all under the fallacy of, I just tried to be of service. You don't hand out these blanket preemptive pardons to family members and everybody. Oh, all the Bidens get it if they haven't done anything wrong. Here's what I want to see happen. I want to see them go after him. Go after him. And I don't care. Oh, they're never going to go. Oh, I don't care. I want to see the case against the Biden crime family. I want to see that out front page. I want daily updates. I want Harris Faulkner to break into ongoing programming to tell me what bullshit they've uncovered next. I really do. I want to know exactly how it worked. Oh, in 2014, Hunter went over here and he got a bunch of money, and then he gave it to James Biden, and then James gave some to his granddaughter who put it into this account, and then they gave it over. I want to know how all this shit worked. And I want all these corrupt sons of bitches to know, oh, you got a pardon? Oh, you got pardoned. Well, guess what? We're still going to have our day. It might not be in court, but we're going to have our day. We'll just keep going. Hey, here's a news update. And I guess states can go after people I don't want to turn this into like a hate-filled rhetoric live stream, but if you've listened to the podcast, that I love doing, and thank you all for listening and subscribing and all that stuff, you know that where COVID came from, when that thing was released, and why, and who was responsible. That's a big one. That's what I call a big one, and we can't just forget about that. And with Fauci, oh, Dr. Fauci, oh, I told you to get the thing, but it turns out nobody ever coerced you, and blah 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 blah. With him having another pardon that goes way back, there's another guy that I want to know how all this shit. This goes to like the health of our nation. This goes to freedom of the press and being a well-informed public. Okay, so a lot of people are very suspicious of what Fauci was doing and why he was doing it and all this good stuff. And we're supposed to just go, oh, he got pardoned. I guess there's nothing we should do. Just let that go. Hell no. Hell to the no. I want to know all of it. Okay, you're going to go to some of your comments. Trump's Justice Department is going to try to nullify the pardons. The Constitution says you can only pardon people for crimes already charged. Ooh, let's look into that. Yeah, that seems like that seems insane to me, right? Because it's like now that Trump is in there, and you've got this, and this is just as per usual. This is all shit that they said Trump was going to do at the end of 2019, going into 2020. Oh, he's going to pardon his family. Well, he didn't. He didn't. And they all went to court, and they took Rudy Giuliani to court, and they raided Mar-a-Lago, and they brought up all this stuff, and they survived. Not only did they survive, they thrived because everybody knew it was absolute bull hockey. So if you can give people preemptive pardons, wouldn't that just say, couldn't Trump just like tomorrow go, oh, Kash Patel, he can never go to jail ever for the rest of his life. That's me. I said it. Oh, Pete Hegseth, he never did anything wrong. I decreed it, and for the next 200 years, anybody with the name Hegseth will not, like, that's crazy shit. That's crazy shit. Preemptive pardons. Stacy says class action lawsuits. I like that. And against the J6 committee. Hell to the yeah. I was so thrilled to see the J6ers getting out of jail. And it was so disgusting to watch some of these places drag their feet about that. And it's, these people are so petty. They are so petty. Many moons ago, I think we did it like a year ago. Myself and my buddy Joe DeBox from the America First Warehouse, we went down to Freedom Corner there by the DC Gulag, and that's where I met Ashley Babbitt's mom for the first time. Fantastic lady. So, and I think I talked about it on a live stream here. It was almost like being in a movie, you know, because all of the DC prisoners they're on one wing, and they would flash their lights, and you knew they were watching, and we would all sing like "God Bless America," the Star Spangled Banner, and then there was a phone hookup, and we could communicate and check in on them, and they knew that people cared about them, and that people cared about this gross injustice that we saw. So it was a horrible thing, but at least they knew that people had not forgotten them. Well, shortly after that, the people who ran the DC Gulag put all the J6ers on another side of the facility, so they couldn't even blink their lights anymore. How dare they be able to blink their lights and look outside at people who cared about them? I was so thrilled. I was so thrilled. There's a lot of stuff to be happy for. A lot of stuff to be happy for. Holy guacamole. All right. Let me take a drink of my liquid ivermectin. Not a lot of singing tonight. Lois, nobody's above the law. Yeah, nobody's above the law. And if you're a Biden, and if you're a member of the Biden family, that's a preemptive law. That goes back a couple of decades, goes forward. It's just like if you're a Biden, you can't even spell law. You're not above it. You're not below it. It doesn't even apply. All right, so here we go. Before we talk about more stuff we loved about about what's been going on, just the past 48 hours. It's been amazing. This is this is going to be our it's going to be a top 5. Excuse me, a top 5 of places that people who used to work at CNN where they should go now, right? So this is the top 5 places ex CNN employees can go look for a job. Number 5, Facebook fact checkers. They could always be Facebook fact checkers. Number 4, visiting angels, America's choice in home care, because they were so nice to Joe. Number 3, they can work at Nickelodeon. Although I don't think their ratings are as good as SpongeBob, so they might have to be entry level. Number two, they can work at the DNC. They can just make it official and start working for the Democrat National Committee. And this one, the number one place where the CNN employees can find a new job is the stockyards. Now they can really get paid for shoveling a BS. don't work at CNN. I won't have that job again. I'll work somewhere else shoveling. Gonna get some shit shoveled. Shoveling shit at CNN. Someone said The View. Where were you? Where were you 20 minutes ago, Natasha? Working at The View would be a good one. Stand-ins for the next Star Wars movie. Come on, Paul. That was a hilarious one, too. All right. Keep those coming. We'll just amuse ourselves as we go along for the final 10 minutes of the show. It goes so fast. Florida, get the snow cleared up. I'm going to see you at the end of February. I will see you at the end of February, Florida. And then I'm doing also at the end of February in Columbus, Ohio, doing a fundraiser for the GOP. And I'll have you know, kids, I signed up for this before I found out about Vivek Ramaswamy running for governor. But that one's pretty exciting for the good people of Ohio. Okay, so I want to know from you guys. Stavi working blue. Sorry, ladies, but it's true. Don't look at Stavi's comment. I want to talk about your favorite part, and this is what has me worried a little bit about the Trump inauguration. Are you kidding me? Okay. There's a lot of executive orders flying around. There's a lot of executive orders. We have the majority right now. We need to make. I really hate this thing where, like in 2016, Trump comes in and he does a bunch of executive orders, and then oh, now it's Joe Biden and he does a bunch of executive orders, and then that's no way to run this shindig. Okay, so while we have the majority, I want to get I want to get all Trump's people confirmed, and then I want to turn a bunch of this stuff into law. I don't want to have these same fights in 8 years, 10 years, whatever it is. Like there's two gender. I never thought we would need a law to say it, but there's male and female. That's it. Okay. I guess we need a law for this shit now. But that's the kind of thing. I'm happy that Trump did it. And also Gulf of America. I'm loving the Gulf of America. I am thoroughly enjoying watching all the DEI departments go and have their websites not be up anymore. Error 404. DEI and all that stuff seems unconstitutional to me. I think it's hilarious how they keep doing these lawsuits and executive orders, and we need to write a law. They keep litigating and writing laws to say the same shit that's in our founding documents. Everybody's equal. Everybody's equal. That's all men are created equal. They had it down the fucking first time. We don't have to keep relitigating and suing each other over this. So I'm happy about that. You can go to the Loft. I wrote a thing today at the loftusparty.com about the big news, my favorite parts. There is a piece of video that is out from the World Economic Forum, the WEF, and this guy is talking about the World Economic Forum. He's like, we have lost and Trump has won. And they love to do this, and I've said this before, and I guess I'll say it again and again. Trump is the wonderfully brave son of a gun who wants the same thing we want. We have a shared set of priorities. Anybody who likens this to it's a Trump cult. It's a cult of Trump. No. It's a cult of loving freedom and loving America. And we are very fortunate that Trump shares our belief system and is a fighter like no one else. I'll fight. It's awesome. But if anybody for a moment thinks that, oh, if Trump goes away, this whole thing, nope. We're coming out of the woodwork. We're coming out. JD Vance is awesome. Vivek is awesome. Pete Hegseth is awesome. Tulsi, they're all freaking, they're popping up like, it's wonderful to watch. I was talking to Cat Turd and John Rich about this in Nashville. It was a very, very lonely feeling. Not too long ago, and we're watching a lot of people come popping out of the woodwork, and it's awesome. It's awesome. If everybody would have been popping out like this, we wouldn't be in this predicament. But here we are, and I want to make the most of it. I really want to make the most of it. There's no excuse that Hegseth isn't already in there. Pam Bondi, get her in there. Tulsi, get her. Go. It's the freight train is on the tracks. Oh, I hear the train a coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen a liberal since I don't know when. Trump is back in the White House, watch those heads explode. And nobody knows about Joe, he's still on the commode. Okay, we will finally push back. That's the wonderful thing, and I don't want to. I'm not fond of the wine. We don't need the exactly. When we find out they're spineless, gotta go. Thanks, gotta go. I got no time for losers. Mike, DeWine, you gotta go. I want to make the most of this. I want to get everybody in there. I want to get laws passed. I want to get all this freaking deregulation. I want to drill, baby, drill. And that doesn't mean I don't like solar, but I'm not going to get into the clean energy of it all. I want those freaking windmills out of the ocean. Get them out of the ocean. Some of us like whales, and we like sea life, and they have been showing up on the beaches on the East Coast for a couple years now. It's a really bad thing for marine life. And those windmills, what they do to eagles is a tragedy. It's not going to work. It's not going to work out. Going to have to rethink it, back to the drawing board. Oh, and I want to say this before I go. As I thank you all for sharing the stream and everything wonderful. Oh man. That was a big sneeze. I just almost had. When the media, and I'm kind of guilty of this myself. So when the media, what's left of the legacy media, when they try to make a mountain out of a molehill, like this Elon Musk thing, we cannot take that seriously. When they start trying to go, oh, Elon Musk did a blah, blah, blah salute and blah, blah, like we can't give that a lot of energy. We can laugh at them and then we got to move on because they really are like children trying to get attention now. They're going to try the same old crap that they tried in 2016. They're going to try it all again. Oh, this is like the Third Reich. Good luck with that. So let us, we're going to tell our own stories. We're going to have our own narrative. And it's going to be, I'm telling you what, these last 48 hours, there's so many, I love that Trump revoked the classifications for the 51 members of the intelligence community. That was great. They can't look at classified material anymore. That's awesome. Enjoy being on CNN when you don't have anything to talk about. Oh, I guess they won't be calling you. Maybe you can get a job at the Cartoon Network. And my favorite thing. And I think that this needs to be pointed out too. Remember when Kamala and Tim Walz, remember Tim Walz, double hand wave? They were the party of, oh, we're the party of joy. We're all about joy. Did you? And if you haven't seen it, you can go to the website and look at it. Go to the big news story and go to the very end of the story, and there's a video of I forget what ball it was, but it's Donald and Melania, and it's all for military people, some big military ball, and they have a big cake at the end of this thing. I watched this live when it was on, and they ask Trump and JD Vance to cut the cake, and they give them these ceremonial swords to cut the cake with. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So Trump's like cutting through this cake, and then the band, the military band, starts playing the YMCA. So dun 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 dun, and then Trump does one of these, like a wrestler does one of those numbers. Everybody starts clapping. The place is going crazy. Trump starts dancing, waving the sword around, and Melania, it's the happiest I think I've ever. She's so beautiful, and she's got that like European model vibe. She was smiling from ear to ear. It was my favorite thing so far. Like JD Vance is laughing, Trump is dancing with a sword, YMCA is going. It's been fantastic. It's in terms of the first couple of days, I don't know how it goes better. But I'm sure it will be. I'm sure something will happen. Okay, you guys are great. I have to go blow my nose and probably cough for about 10 minutes. Vitamin C, make sure you're getting vitamin D. Ladies, you might have vitamin D deficiency. You might need some more D. And then don't forget, as Nancy Pelosi would say, don't forget to drink your vitamins, everybody. This is Monster Energy Drink. Ooh, that one will get the peach fuzz off the harmonica. That's just got a little bit of Adderall sprinkled on the outside so that you can sleep good. All right, you're fantastic. We'll do it again next Wednesday. New video comes out on Friday. Podcast will be recorded on Sunday. There's always great stuff. And wonderful contributors to the loftusparty.com website. I want to thank everybody, Gordon and Lisa and Serena, everybody involved, everybody at the Flip Side of Go-Go. If you're watching on Facebook and you want to join Flip Side of Go-Go, come on in. You're fantastic. One last question. Why are